So this next video is both very sad and unintentionally hilarious. Biden invited Stacey Abrams to come on MSNBC with him. And this led to both MSNBC and Stacey Abrams to think that she's going to be VP. They weren't told. Biden didn't tell Stacey Abrams why she's invited on MSNBC with him. Biden didn't tell MSNBC why Stacey is invited on MSNBC with him. Obviously, he's continuing to torture people by, having them try out for the VP role. Okay? So you can tell here. You can tell without a doubt that MSNBC and Stacey Abrams both thought Biden was going to make an announcement that Stacey Abrams is VP. That's clearly not what happens, and the rest is hilarious.
I want to begin this with a question to Joe Biden, because Stacey Abrams is here because Joe Biden invited Stacey Abrams to be here. And so, Mr. Vice President, do you have an announcement to make? Is this an audition? Is there, what is the reason that you decided it's time for me to get on TV with Stacey Abrams?
Well, because Stacey Abrams has done more to deal with the fair vote and making sure there is a fair vote than anybody. And she has a great capacity to explain things and to lay out exactly why it's going to be so critically important in this election. This president's already said when they put in the stimulus package the Congress first passed money to provide for mail-in ballots, he already said, I'm not for that. If we do that, no Republican will ever win, or something to that effect. He's made it clear this is the guy who said he wants to defund the post office from being able to deliver ballots. I mean, so Stacey knows what she's doing, and she's an incredibly capable person.
That was amazing. You saw the life come out of her face that she's like, oh, I thought you were going to tell me I'm the vice president. Okay, this hurts. This hurts, and I'm on live TV. I'm going to try to hide it. Hide the pain, Stacey. Hide the pain. Hide it. Listen, to be fair to Stacey, Joe, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? You're inviting Stacey Abrams on. Yeah, I want to do a segment. I'll invite on Stacey Abrams, who I'm considering for VP. And no, the reason I'm inviting her on is not to announce that she's, going to be the vice president. I just like her and think she's good on a bunch of issues. Who does that? Nobody does that. It's almost like he's messing with them. So, funny enough, I saw maybe about a week ago, there was an article that talked about how Biden's staffers are actually really put off by Stacey Abrams right now. Why? Because she's doing this like really insufferable and narcissistic media tour. Like, the media is really going hard in the paint for her right now and really trying to portray her as amazing. And so there's been like a bunch of profiles done on her, a bunch of articles written about her. In some of them, she's taking these pictures and she's in goofy poses like she's a superhero and stuff. And like, the media is doing flat out propaganda pushing her. And apparently the Biden people have seen this and they're like, I don't necessarily, no. Like, we don't want, you can't be loving the spotlight OD up front like this. You're going to have to reel it in a little bit. You're going to have to be serious. And they were really put off by her media tour, by the fact that she loves the spotlight and she's sort of basking in the spotlight. So I don't know, maybe we just started a little bit of a conspiracy theory here that she was like, they were getting revenge on her. That they were like, let's torture her a little bit for what she did, for the fact that, she's basking in all this positive attention. Okay, let's take her down a couple pegs. Let's invite her on with Biden, and then Biden will not say that she's VP. How you like them apples? It's possible that that's what's going on, because I can't think of any reason why Biden would invite her on and then not, and then do this. It's like, you knew how she was going to react. You knew she was going to be torn apart by that. So maybe they wanted to take her down a couple pegs. I don't know. But I agree with Biden's team, though, that her media campaign has been so absurd. Like, they try to paint her like she's like an angel, and they say nothing negative about her at all, and she's basking in the spotlight. Now, meanwhile, And there's this myth that has been created now on the left about Stacey Abrams that she's somehow good. No, Stacey Abrams voted with Republicans to drastically slash Georgia's program to provide full in-state tuition to students. So they had a free college program, and she helped Republicans gut it. She helped reduce liability for banking executives engaging in fraud, engaging in lending fraud. And she also voted with Republicans to cut early voting from 45 days to 21 days. And sorry for the beepiness here, she also snuggled up to Bloomberg. I don't know how many of you guys remember that, but remember Michael Bloomberg? He was about to jump in the race. He's got like $80 quadrillion in the bank, and so he was going to spend whatever the hell it takes for him to win. And for a moment there, the media was like, oh my God, Bloomberg might win. This is like he's going to enter late, and he's going to save the day, and he's going to get elected. And Stacey Abrams cuddled up to Bloomberg during that period. And for whatever reason, that was under almost everybody's radar, but credit to Lee Fong of The Intercept, who documented all this stuff. She snuggled up to Bloomberg, and I think it's because she had taken money from Bloomberg previously. And this is who Stacey Abrams is. This is who Stacey Abrams is. The idea that she's some sort of strong lefty or whatever, nonsense. Nonsense. So, you know, there you have it. She was absolutely torn apart. She was torn apart by the fact that Biden did not say you're going to be the vice president. Now, just the final point I'll make in this is I said this to you guys early on, and I'll say it again for you, okay? I think the VP will either be Gretchen Whitmer or Amy Klobuchar. Now, one of the reasons I say that is because Biden has said repeatedly now, and it started in one of the debates with Bernie, he said, I promise to put a black woman on the Supreme Court. Now, in corporate Democrat speak, what that means is, hey guys, don't get mad at me when I don't pick a black woman for VP, because I already said I'm going to put a black woman on the Supreme Court. So don't get mad like I didn't check the identity quota boxes. I'm going to do it, but a black woman will be on the Supreme Court, not the VP. So when he said that, when he said publicly, I'll pick a black woman for the Supreme Court, that was the signal. That was the hint. I'm not picking a black woman for VP. And so he already said I'm going to pick a woman. So I think it's either going to be, Gretchen Whitmer or Amy Klobuchar. They're outsider chance on Kamala Harris, outsider chance on Elizabeth Warren, but I really think it's going to be Gretchen Whitmer or Amy Klobuchar. That's what I think. I could be wrong. Between Whitmer and Klobuchar, I'm actually 50-50. I don't know which of the two, but in the case of Klobuchar, I think it's possible Biden promised her the VP position to get her to drop out and endorse him on Bloody Monday right before Super Tuesday, which led to the Biden landslide victories. Remember, if it wasn't for Beto O'Rourke, but more importantly, Mayor Pete and Amy Klobuchar dropping out and endorsing Biden at that last minute, Bernie almost certainly would have won. Almost certainly would have won. Because Biden was, way back in the field, and they needed to kind of consolidate that centrist vote, and they did. They did at the last minute. But I think Klobuchar could have pulled a card saying, I'm not going to drop out. I'm going to stay in. Unless what? Unless you pick me for VP. And there was a moment already on the campaign trail where Klobuchar slipped up and said, I'm very happy to join this ticket. And then she backpedaled and she was like, no, I mean, and she said something else. So I think it's either Klobuchar or Whitmer. The reason why it would be Whitmer is because she's from a swing state that Biden would really want to win. And the logic of the campaign would be, oh, she'll help us win. I think it's Michigan. She'll help us win Michigan, so pick her because we got to win Michigan. And also, she's the son of an insurance executive or insurance vice president, health insurance vice president, so she's sufficiently corrupt. So it's one or the other, I think. But hey, we'll see. Time will tell. I could be wrong. More than happy to be corrected, obviously, if I'm wrong. It's really no big deal. But that's what I think. And poor Stacey. Poor Stacey just got her heart ripped out on national TV.